Hello and welcome back to another episode of Yoga with Sharin. We're going to learn the sun salutation today in 10 minutes, so we're going to get straight into it. Meet me at the top of your mat. By the end of this, you're going to know this through and through. So lift your arms up to the sky, nice full body stretch, and on the exhale, float your fingertips down to the ground, let your head follow, bend your knees as generously as you need to. Then when you inhale, we're going to come up to a flat back position. Hold it here, your neck should be nice and straight. You can put your arms up for airplane arms for variation if you like. And on the next exhale, we're going to float back down to our forward fold. Now bend your knees as generously as you want, and then step one foot back and then the other. We're now in plank pose. And what you want to do here is really reach back with your heels and push away from the ground with your hands, keeping awareness in your spine. Breathe here. Notice how you feel. This is our sun salutation. We're halfway through. And when you next exhale, look forward and come down slowly for our first Chaturanga. Once you get there, on the next inhale, come up for Cobra Pose. So what you do here is put your hands in line with your shoulders. Lift up. Don't use your hands to push you away from the ground, and then float it back down. On the next inhale, push up back to plank, and then on the exhale, coming back to our downward facing dog. So this is the first full sun salutation that we've done. We're going to go again in just a moment, but downward dog should be a rest position. So if you want to bend one leg then the other, find some soft, easy movement. If there's any pinching, just come back a little bit. And you want to push away from the ground. And then we're going to imagine you're trying to go over an imaginary hurdle in front of you and come back into our plank pose, shifting all of your body weight forward. If you like, you can lower your knees here for our next Chaturanga. So making sure that your spine is nice and long, we're going to lower down slowly to the ground on your next exhale, and then back into our Cobra. So making sure your hands are in line with your shoulders. This is actually a little Sphinx pose I'm doing here, so very nice for me to watch back and correct. Make sure your neck is nice and long, and just breathe here for a moment. Make sure you are pushing into your pelvic bone, pushing into the earth, and on your next exhale, float it back down. On the inhale, breathe in, and on your exhale, use that to push you up into your plank. Then inhale again into your downward facing dog. Now this time, push away from the ground, really try to lengthen in the spine, and we're going to take baby steps back to the top of the mat into your forward fold. So take your time getting there. Once you get there, on the exhale, forward fold, let your head melt down towards the earth. Bend your knees as generously as you need to here. Your belly should be touching the top of your thighs. And on the next inhale, we're gonna be coming back up to a flat back position. Nope, we're not. We're gonna roll all the way back up to our mountain pose. So this is our start position. This is where we started the sun salutation. Just bring your hands to your chest and notice how you feel here. If you need to make any adjustments, do so now before you find stillness. Breathing into your belly, lengthening in the spine, lengthen your tailbone down a little bit, so kind of push it underneath you to get a really nice straight back. And here we go again. So inhale, lift the arms up high. Exhale, float it down to your forward fold. Inhale to your flat back position. Make sure your neck is nice and long. And on the exhale, float it back down to your forward fold. Bending your knees, step one foot back then the other into your plank pose. Look forward, reach your heels back and lower down on the exhale for your Chaturanga. On the next inhale, lift up for Cobra. Don't use your hands to push you up, try to just use your back, so make it as small as you need to. Come back down on the exhale, and on the inhale, use that to push you into your plank pose. Exhale and meet me in downward facing dog. Again, we're going to take some baby steps here to the top of the mat, so take your time. You can crisscross your legs if you like for a little bit more of a stretch in the hamstrings and the hips. And again, we're meeting at the top of the mat in forward fold on your exhale. Inhale, roll it back up to mountain, reach the arms up high, nice full body stretch. And exhale, float it back down to forward fold. Hopefully you're getting the gist of what the sun salutation is now. Inhale, flat back position. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, step the left foot back, then the right foot. Plank pose. Breathe in, and on the exhale, float it down for Chaturanga. Feel free to lower the knees if you need to. And on the inhale, lift up for Cobra Pose. No pressure in the hands at all. On the exhale, use that to push you up into your plank pose. And on the inhale, lift the hips up, high and back for downward facing dog. Push away from the earth. This time we're going to jump to the top of the mat. So get ready. Breathe in, and on the exhale, look forward and jump to the top of the mat, leaving your hands where they are, and you are forward folding on your exhale. Inhale, you flat back position. Exhale again, forward fold. Breathe here. And then nice and slowly, we are going to roll our heads back and forward. Nod yes, nod no. Really let your head hang loose here. Then on the inhale, really feel your belly contract and that internal massage you get as you're exhaling. You're going to bend the knees as generously as you need to. Just make sure that your belly is touching the top of your thighs, as I'm demonstrating here. And now we're going to roll it back up. Nice and slowly articulate this movement in your spine. Feel every little part of your spine come up. And I will meet you in mountain pose. You can look to the left and to the right, get a nice little stretch in your neck. And one last time, inhale, arms up to the sky. You made it to the end of the sun salutation. As you exhale, give yourself some space in your shoulders. Really melt your shoulders down away from your ears. And the sun salutation, there's a couple of different variations. This is my version. I will bring another video out, but thank you very much for joining me today. There's another video coming out pretty soon, but feel free to like and subscribe in the meantime if you're enjoying the content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.